following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
You are given permission to enter.
I'll be sort of a bit nervous as wearing something that I'm not used to wearing, but I'll go up to the Batarian.
He grins as soon as he sees you and opens his. You look stunning, my dear.
Thank you. You didn't need to go to this much effort for me.
You are worth it. Please, come with me.
I'll follow. I'll take note of the security in this area. 21. Because, with the old nervous jitters, I'm looking around everywhere, so it's...
Yeah, so in the actual executive lounge area, and there's basically it's a fairly open area, and there's restaurant area, bar and everything like that. There's only a couple of cameras. There doesn't seem to be a lot. One above the bar that seems to be mostly pointing at the bar. And then there's one sort of overlooking the whole area, but yeah, it doesn't look to have as much security as a lot of the other corridors in that you've been.
Yeah.
And your office where you work, there's a few in there, but less cameras in here.
I wouldn't expect lots to be in here.
So he pulls out the seat for you.
I'll pull out his seat.
No, please sit.
Sorry. I'll sit down in the seat I pulled out.
Nice! How quaint. I take it you didn't have a particularly rich upbringing, my dear.
No, I haven't been to places like this before.
So, yes, tell me about yourself.
It's not much to tell. I mean, the secretary job is a great way to get out of the slums on the Omega.
Oh, you grew up in the slums on that horrible, grotesque, fetid asteroid?
I had no choice. It's all I knew. So when this chance come up, I took it.
I see. I do not mean to offend, but surely if somebody of your loveliness could have found plenty of work.
That was the problem. I didn't want the kind of work they were offering.
I see. Well, it's good that you stuck by your principles instead of letting desperation crumble them. So many give up and give in because they need the money, they need the food, they need just somewhere to have a roof over their heads.
I was fine with most of that. It was just the sorry, I'm trying to leave that stuff behind.
Of course, you probably don't want to talk much about it. Looking for new prospects here.
I'm hoping that I can earn some money, then I can actually go to one of the core planets and train.
Oh, what do you want to train in, my dear?
Anything, just...
Except... Yes, well... Any particular planets or systems you'd like to go to?
The
Species you'd like to learn from?
no, like they always talked about this here, but
Oh, you poor thing! You never got to see your own
it's
people's homeworld.
never been there. Well, as I said, all I've known is Omega.
That's unfortunate. How old are you, if you don't mind my asking?
I'm just shy of 100.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm over 200, but that's not the point. It's
younger than I thought. I suppose. Yes. Well, you've lived a hard life.
sort of itchy, like I've not sort of worn something like this sort of.
Have you met the other? I'm sure you would have met the other executives here.
No, you're the first one I've met.
They're not passed through coming into the. Maybe they were a bit too busy in their offices today.
Possibly. No one was around, and it's for a busy place. It was actually the quietest part in the plant.
Oh, I suppose that's good for a first day.
Sort of be looking around behind to see I'm not getting snuck up on or something like that. Just playing the part.
No one's sneaking up on you. It's all very peaceful.
No, yeah,
Yes.
like
I know what you mean. Like you're acting fidgety and nervous because you.
I'm in a completely foreign place that I'm
Yeah.
completely not used to. Or
You
yeah,
don't need to be nervous here, my dear. We're in a nice lounge and dining area.
sorry, I'm finding that open spaces to be a bit unnerving. That's why I like the secretary offices. They're small and you can see all the exits and entry points. So I'm sorry to be rude, but what do you do here?
You see, I don't technically work here, so to speak, or work for Sokarth or Mr. Vrax, who was his boss. I'm a representative.
Oh, what for?
Dartan Manufacturing.
What do they do?
Oh, we're involved in various business ventures across Batarian and even Citadel space. We're looking to open up a contract with Vrax for this place, as are my competition.
So I never. They didn't say too much. What does this place do? I know it mines, but
Well, the idea is that it mines various elements and then from the surface of the planet and travels around from rich vein to rich vein. Meanwhile, on up the top, production facilities begin processing those raw materials, and then they also plan to produce the items here to cut down costs as little as possible. They want to localize everything as much as possible on this traveling city, so to speak.
so what do they use for mining here? I mean,
Oh, the underside of the facility is a huge collection of mining complexes and machinery that will burrow down into the surface below, and
That would be impressive.
the idea is to mine, smelt, produce as quickly as possible. Cut out all that horrible travelling from place to place, shipping things, when all you need to ship is the final product.
That would be better.
So I wish to try and get a contract with Vrax here, so that Bartan Manufacturing can take advantage of this. It keeps the costs down.
So you could modify the manufacturing plant to make what you want it to in the final product.
Yes, we would have a contract so that they produce things for Dartan Manufacturing. They would get a cut, of course, but
As opposed to these other companies doing this same thing.
yes. I mean, I believe Biodyne Industries is more interested in biological things. I don't know what they're exactly here for, but oh, there's Certus from Attican Employment Services. Perhaps you'd like to meet him. Certus, come over here and meet this lovely what was your name again, my dear?
Jinx. Valafi.
Meet Jinx. Torian comes over and he's charming.
Sir?
He kind of gives the sack the sort of slight glare.
The fuck you.
Yeah.
Is that the guy he had me do the door thing with?
Yes.
It's alright, I'll start playing them all against each other soon. It's okay. Just gonna start off small.
Talking about your boobs, right?
Naturally. You play against you. Let's do this, just keep playing against each other.
What, the facility
And then they kill each other to get at the front.
Fun for the whole family.
What would you like to drink, my dear?
I don't know.
I know, I'll order you a Thessian sunrise. You might not be able to go to Thessia, but at least you can have a drink of your native homeworld. Barkeep!
This is the barkeeper's Zalo.
And I've drank the whole supply. Then brewing more.
He orders you a drink.
I'll taste it, look surprised like it's the most amazing thing I've ever had.
I mean, it is really good.
I know it's really good, but make it...
Yes.
Obviously I've had quite a few of these over the years.
You lush.
Yeah, but she's the race that can just go, and I'm not drunk.
That's right.
Fucking biotic hacks.
You know you want it.
No!
Solidarity.
No! I do not want to be one of the first gen human biotics. No, thank you. Fuck that.
Isn't that why you're with the Sari? So you can try and gleam off some of the biotics?
You just let
have a rub off on you?
Biotic sounds like it's Dio kind of thing to do.
Tongue alien hotties to get the biotic.
That's right. That's how it works.
I want to invest in antibiotics. I've already got a grenade.
I've got a shotgun. So, meanwhile, Logain.
Oh, me again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
We're all meeting in the mess, I believe.
Low game gets a thing.
you get your window to basically. So you've been given 3 targets. Kalen Potts' room.
Yeah.
The Satyato's room. And Cersus Fendris' room.
Neat.
So which one are you going for first?
First of all, do they all share like a common area?
They are all either on the 10th or 11th floor.
Well, I'll hit the ones that are all together first.
Okay.
And I'll start by negating the cameras in the methods that I've previously described. No matter how far away I have to get and how many loopbacks I have to do.
You did say you already know where all the blind spots are in this facility.
Just, you know, the simple looping.
Yeah. Just make a roll to...
2. It's not 2. It's 14 plus 19, so 23. 33.
Okay. So
And this time I'll leave the discs on until I leave, so I can make sure they stay looped.
Kalen Potter's the first, he's on the same floor as hers, which is the 10th, whereas the other two are on the 11th.
Anyone around? Anyone in the office? No.
Sorry, it's the other way around, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the door open.
Oh, roll up.
There's the 6. Plus, what is it, decryption?
Yes.
25.
You exactly have enough.
Note down as passkey for future access. Quick check for internal cameras. And IR sensors.
Sure, well...
26.
There's a camera on the far back wall above the terminal, but it's sort of pointing towards the door. Okay.
Same old, same old.
Yeah. Roll it.
I think that says 5. It does say 5. 24.
Yeah.
Terminal.
There it is on the disk. Currently locked.
Damping. Not locked. 27.
Yes. You have access.
Slide my backdoor protocol in. Poke around to shit just before I install the program.
Okay.
28.
Okay. Anything you're looking for in particular when you're poking around this shit?
The names of his friends, for one, although I don't expect to find them, but I'm also looking for dirty wrongdoings! Secret, clandestine, hidden things.
Or super weapons?
I think that would be under dirty wrongdoings and secret, clandestine, hidden things.
Most of his messages that you're... How long are you spending going through them, actually?
10, 15 minutes.
Most of his messages, pretty much all of them seem to be either like just personal communique with family, or they seem to be just legitimate business inquiries. Right, you can tell nothing jumps out.
Oh, I wasn't looking at his messages. I'm looking at his system storage for like hidden folders.
Oh,
That sort of thing.
Nothing really.
Okay, then I'll just insert her program.
Yeah.
Add a minute onto that. Undisk, leave, relog, undisk. You're gonna with the delay on
Did
it.
you want to put a back door on his computer while you're there?
It was already there because it's connected to the network and I have access to the network.
Well, you said you set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll head off to the next one and do the exact same whole thing.
Okay, you just have to make a bunch of rolls.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Just in sequence. Let me know when I stop.
Yeah.
Damping. Always damping. So if I roll a 1, it doesn't do an alarm. 4s are not allowed. 25.
That'd be for the cameras, so that's gonna be the door.
26.
Yeah. You get in.
check for cameras and things. Although I'm going to use knowledge from where they were in the other place to inform my
Okay.
looking, so do I still need to roll for that?
You still need to roll, but you do get a bonus.
Oh, this is spot, so that's 28.
Yep. Camera pretty much the same way.
Same thing again. Well, that's a natural 1. But I specified I was always damping,
Yeah.
so...
Well, this is the other camera, so it's
Yeah.
like you don't know what the
yeah.
outcome of that is. And then it's the computer terminal. This one will be Basak's Libertarian that Seattle is currently on a date with.
Aha. You don't say. 32?
Yeah, you've got access.
Throw my backdoor thing in, and then go looking for his secret stuff. Hidden folders, that's
Okay.
Plan.
So you're not checking messages.
Well, I'm also doing a search for the names, and so if they're in the messages, then they should show up.
Oh, I see.
Because the messages is this, what's this going to do? And then when I make a secret visit to her machine at the end of this, then I can get the message.
Yeah, you alter the program just slightly so it sends all the emails back to you.
And then, no, I have to wait for the next one.
Does your
To be annoyed enough by having to do these camera things for me to go and fake an access to the security so I can get remote access to their security network, camera network, and then just be able to go like, oh, I wanted access to this. Your camera B17435 is now on a loop. B
You come
done.
across this communique when the
Oh.
name Vrax triggers it.
Oh. I will read it out loud.
Yeah.
Subject arrived from Bisak Etu to Droll Otox. Mr. Otox, I have arrived on Triton 3. It seems quite the impressive undertaking by Varax. I've got a meeting with Farn tomorrow evening regarding our proposal. Any instructions? Line. Subject arrived from Droll Otox to Bisak Etu. So Varax isn't there himself, that's annoying. So Farn, isn't it? I'll see if I can dig up anything that might be useful to you and send it through. Who knows what you might be able to use against him? What's the competition like? Reply. Biodyne and Ecos Combine seem to be the only representatives here. I doubt either of them are going to pose serious competition. Ecos has probably just got some deal with them for materials for producing their substandard gear. I'm sure you will have nothing to worry about. Reply. So, no archaeological reps from other companies then, that's a start. Even if we can't get into the exclusive deal with Vrax, then it doesn't look like the other two will be stepping on our toes. Let me know if you hear anything about other companies getting involved, though just to be safe one. And this is another reply. The only other company I have overheard Farn mention is an employment company of some kind, probably looking to broker some deal regarding labor. Attican Employment, I think they are? They're due sometime early morning local time. A reply. I'll look into them. It's unlikely given the circumstances, but just make sure they aren't representing any archaeological organizations or excavation work. Dig for what you can, huh? If Farn isn't playing ball, we have to make sure that we've got the monopoly on this. Then there's a paragraph break. Don't lean on it too hard, though. Make sure he thinks you're mostly there to provide components and technology, or he might drive the price too high on negotiations and wonder why Datan is spreading the thrall. What's the thrall? Spreading the thrall. Which reminds me, The sample case made it aboard. Fine, I take it. Reply. Yes, I've got everything I need with me. I'm curious as to how much fun will allow me to see of his current systems and how good security is. Reply. You know what to do if you get caught, too. These are notes for your thing there, so I'll give them to you to hang on to. Now, obviously, I didn't read that there. I copied it onto my thing so I can read in the comfort and safety of an outsidey placey.
If you want it.
I'm like trying to find as much scut as I can. And chip in, chip out. Undo the loop. At this point, I believe I should get an attempt to notice that it has not worked. Because I'm trying to undo and perpetuate a loop for a minute before I leave. This would mean that if it's not going...
I was just wondering, how would you notice if something hasn't worked on that?
Okay, so I'm grabbing this loop that isn't there. And I'm like, wait, there's nothing there. I can't...
Okay.
Yep. Oh, fuck you twice. 12 plus whatever I have to add to it.
That'd be... I suppose it'd be perception if you're... no, because that would be you knowing that it was something was wrong. It would be just your electronics.
12 plus 19?
Yeah.
31?
31.
Yeah, okay, you noticed then.
Well, that stepped that up. Put a loop on. A new loop. I've rolled 17, so that's going to be 30 and a something. And then leave lock. Record his access code, all this stuff. Doing every time the same. Move to next place, do same things.
Okay, so roll the camera. Actually, you don't need to roll, it's just door, because this is the same hallway, so you've already sorted out this one.
In that case, that will be a 20... Sorry, a 32.
Okay, that's enough.
I guess I have to look for internal cams. What a surprise, it's in the same place.
Yes.
Now, I fucked up last time, so I am going to pay special attention to this one and take a little bit longer to do it right. Making sure that I don't fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that one's good.
Computer.
Yeah.
There's the 2, but that's statistically likely so far.
Okay. So what's the total it gets to? Is it still enough to get in?
21.
That's 21.
No, it's not enough to get in.
Would you be able to, without, because this is the Attic Employment Office.
Yes, he is now in the attic.
Without looking for it, would you know that we have an actual disc buried in there?
No, you would have had
He would have had to
told
have
me.
looked under the desk.
Which you would have done when I went by the
If we've
thing
already
and
done
passed
that,
on the
then, yeah.
notes and that thing. But I'm already inside, so
Yeah, just
it doesn't really get me anything. Okay, there we go. That is going to be 30.
Yep, you're around.
Put the usual backdoor thing in. Do look for secrets. Oh, yeah, look at that, 29. This one is better. Though the script is hard to read because it's elfy.
Healthy.
But it's the only other white die I have left.
Just want to make sure I do it right now. You know, like blinding people with the light.
I'm strong like a moose in the middle of the night.
Yeah. You get that one.
That's lots of words.
Subject. We will take Jerusalem. Deus Volt, Deus Volt, Deus Volt.
That's not what it says.
Subject. Visit. From Certus Findras to Sokath Farn. Hello, farm. I take it everything is arranged for my visit. Reply. Absolutely. All cleared up. All the work is done in our systems. The restrictions are made and security is in place. Security, medical personnel, all executive branches, it's taken care of. You have nothing to be concerned about. Reply. I hope so. If this falls through, it'll cost you and Vrax a lot more than it will cost me. He has a reputation to maintain. After all, reputation is in quotes.
So we know he's a bad guy.
Paragraph break. I trust you've kept knowledge of this to a minimum. Reply. Of course. Not even my chief of security or secretary knows. Only myself. My 2 personal bodyguards and one other. Reply. Are you sure even they need to be aware? It's a bit late now. And who is this other in the loop? Reply. They'll be there when we discuss business matters, so of course they need to know. If I didn't tell them myself, it would be obvious as soon as we started discussing business. It's easier to control this way too, since I was able to debrief them on exactly what to say and how to act, which is to say they won't say a thing about you to anybody. Paragraph break. As for the 4th party, there's someone I have invited to Triton who you may have heard of. Zunura. He's only concerned with his work and is paid more than enough to keep it that way. Given the nature of his visit, I needed to make him aware of your real reasons for being here in case it complicated matters. It's a super weapon. Reply. Your reasoning makes sense for your bodyguards. Not as convinced about the Lacenthi, though. I want assurances he won't be a problem. Reply. Sorry, but I can say no more. I can guarantee that he won't be an issue, in fact. He may just be able to help you maintain your cover better. Beyond that, for my own security reasons, I cannot elaborate too. And again, this is relating to your mission.
Oh, there's nice level some misdirection going on.
It's
pretty basic. Yeah, well, I'm still listening. It's just like, I thought they were looking for Prothean relics. The thing is,
the Thrall sounds familiar. Some kind of virus, need to use that against humans.
No, that's just a materia media.